What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Pogo Drago PvP. And this team I'm going to be showcasing today is a very, very strong, popular team. You've probably seen it a couple of times in the Go Battle League. I'm running it myself today with, sadly, no shadows on the Swampert and Charizard. If you do have shadows for either of the three, honestly, even Walrein, they all work very, very well, and I would advise you to use those. So, first off, I want to mention, I apologize in hindsight because my, the graphic you see on the left with the Wing Attack, Dragon Claw, Blast Burn, and all that, it will be moving up towards about the 7-minute mark of this video, so I just want to say I'm sorry for that. I don't know what happened. Something was wrong with my editing software. I just hope you can see past that. But that's the main thing about it, so just don't want to get too far into that. We're going to hop into this battle shortly. Just want to say this team's very, very strong, and we'll get into the first battle and showcase that now. Before I hop in, I got to mention, this battle was sped up a little bit faster because I realized another editing mistake by me. So sorry. That the battles were slowed down in the battles above this. What am I doing? I don't even know. But hope you can forgive me again. This one will be sped up a little bit more than normal, but the battles after this will be slowed down to the normal speed I usually play them at. So I'll try to commentate over this, but since it's sped past a lot what I usually play by, it'll be a little bit difficult, but that'll be fine. So we have Swampert and Scrafty. We're thinking, I usually go for EQ here, but I'm going to go for Hydro Cannon Bait. We get the shield. That's huge. I'm thinking he's going to shield everything here. He makes an amazing catch in the Tentacruel. Very, very nice play by my opponent. I'm going to overfarm and then come into Walrein, trying to catch the Scald. Scald is 8-7. He does not throw. That's perfectly fine by me. Because I later realized that Scald, this Tentacruel is running Scald Blizzard. It's not running Sludge Wave or Acid Spray, which is very, very good for me. Because I don't want to get farmed down by Acid Spray, and I don't want to get Sludge Waved. He comes in Scrafty. I make my first mistake here. If you're the Walrein in here, you definitely want to throw that Earthquake since you're not going to be making 2 Icicle Spears. I'm very low, and I'm thinking this is very, very risky. I have to full send the EQ and hope that it goes. He no shields. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there might be a win con here. I'm thinking to let this go because I realize the Scrafty is going to make it in 3, and he's going to get there before me. I'm thinking my only win con... I think now my only win con was the no-shield, the first pup, but looking at it now, it's kind of difficult to see. All right, back to the normal battle. It's slowed down a lot more than before. Sorry for that. Should be 1.5 speed now. We got Obstagoon into Swampert. This is perfectly fine by me. I'm thinking my Walrein might be looking a bit nice, and I'm thinking my Charizard might have 1 counter, maybe 2, but that's at most. There could possibly be no counters. If there's a Jellicent, I want to bring it out here because... not necessarily because my Walrein doesn't want to see it. I just want to check for if there is a Jellicent so my Walrein can be cleared up in the back. Because it's not like Walrein does bad in a Jellicent, but, yeah, I want to lure something out and see if they want to swap out. And also they obstruct. And the thing I hate about obstruct Obstagoons is they 2-shield everything, and they're so darn tanky. They tank everything. I farm up on CMP tie to the Blast Burn. He throws a Night Slash. That's fine with me. This is why I hate obstruct Obstagoon right here. This is the main reason. So he throws Night Slash. Everything's going normal to plan. I'm going to come in Swampert. I fully farm up to his next Night Slash, which is 5 straight 5s for Night Slash. And then it's 6 for Overheat, 12 for Hyper Beam, and so on and so on. I throw the Hydro Cannon. It doesn't kill him, and he lives with 1 HP. Ladies and gentlemen, IVs do matter. He throws a Night Slash. I come in with Walrein, hoping that my Walrein is free in the back. He comes in with his own Walrein after waiting switch clock. I thought he would have came in faster. I kind of spoiled it, my bad. He comes in with his own Walrein, which is perfectly fine. I'm thinking this would be very, very bad if the Icicle Spear baits me, but I still end up shielding, and it's an Icicle Spear bait. That's fine. He has no shield, so I just go straight for the Earthquakes here. This is perfectly fine by me. He no shields or Earthquake, obviously. He doesn't have any shields. I'm thinking this could be an Icicle Spear, it could be an EQ. I decided to let it go last second. We call the Icicle Spear bait. At this point, we're going to overfarm. He comes in with Sylveon. I know Granbull's counts are 8 for the first move, 8 charms for any one move. I'm not sure if Sylveon's the same. I know it's different with Quick Attack, but I'm talking about charm for this instance. I farm up. I throw the Icicle Spear. I should be just, I believe I'm No, I'm a couple off the next, the double. That'll be perfectly fine with me. I throw the next Icicle Spear. This will be getting a Sylveon very low before I Powder Snow them down. He comes in with Walrein again, and he throws a move. I'm thinking even if this is Icicle Spear, I should be completely fine just shielding this and then going for the Earthquake. But here, because I know I outpaced him either way. I believe they were about 5 Powder Snows away by the time they threw that Icicle Spear, which is perfectly fine. I decided to come in with my Swampert, Mud Shot him down just because I wanted to. We have Cresselia on the lead. This is not a good lead for Swampert whatsoever. We're going to come in Walrein, see if we can bait anything out. We bait out a Cobalion, which is very, very bad for my Walrein, but this is why we run Earthquake, ladies and gentlemen. That nice added pressure on Walrein to hit those steel types is just beautiful. The only bad thing is Walrein does not get stabbed from these ground moves, but it's not bad either way because that does over 80% health to Cobalion's health. That is amazing right there, ladies and gentlemen. He throws the next Sacred Sword. I'm thinking Swampert with an energy lead is always deadly. I would bring in Charizard, but I'm afraid he's going to make the Stone Edge, and I don't want to commit any shields right now. I'm fine with letting any Sacred Sword gets off. I believe he makes one move last second, right before he dies, but that's perfectly fine by me, because I'm just looking to tank everything, come out of here with as much energy as possible, and I'm thinking as Cobalion in the back, Cresselia on the lead. I guess he could have another Steel, but if it's Registeel, it's a little bit iffy for my Charizard, because Registeel and his Charizard is a lot more worse in the Ultra League, because Registeel, well, mainly because everything's a lot tankier in the Ultra League, and I believe Zavkina does a 96% on a Charizard. I come in Charizard, he comes in Cresselia. He doesn't come in Cresselia, he just stays in with Cresselia. He throws a Future Sight, which I shield, that's very, very good. Then he comes in Typhlosion. I'm thinking my only win con is to full send the Blast Burn. He no shields. I'm thinking I need to fully farm this Typhlosion down. He throws a Blast Burn. I'm thinking, and I end up, I need to shield this. This is my only win con. I fully farm down the Typhlosion before he makes the move. Cresselia comes in. Can we double up in time? We do. We know because we see the Psycho Cut sneak through. We throw the first Blast Burn. It gets a shield. We get to the next Blast Burn on a CMP tie. Does this get the final shield from Cresselia? Yes, it does. I'm now thinking my 2 Hydro Cannons will not be enough, so I'm still not out of the woods yet. Let's see. Can Swampert do it? He undercharges. Beautiful play by my opponent. He's done 2 Psycho Cuts. I know the Cresselia is either 3 or 4 away. I'm not sure if I make it to the Earthquake, and the Cresselia just leaves. GG's opponent. Here comes in Regirock. Regirock is very, very good for my Swampert. I win all even shielding scenarios here. He comes in Pidgeot. This man is just going through hard encounter city. I'm so sorry, opponent. And he just stopped less. He's had it up to here with all these Swamperts and Walrein. Say swapping into his everything. Alrighty, we see Walrein lead. I play this lead very, very particular. So I always put up to the EQ and never bait. I don't see them shield almost any because they live an Earthquake and a Hydro Cannon if we're not Shadow. I believe even if you are Shadow, you live the Hydro Cannon after the EQ if you are very, very good IV Walrein. And they're not attack-weighted Swampert. But since we are not Shadow... Okay, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, we farm up right before we make the Hydro Cannon. We catch onto my Walrein. Beautiful play by me. We're going to overfarm here. I'm thinking he's going to want to dip energy or throw the Earthquake into my Walrein. Let's see what he does. He looks to try to CMP tie me. I'm never going for CMP on this Walrein because I only have 1 attack. He full sends the Earthquake. I'm going to build up and throw the Earthquake right before I make the 100 energy. I'm looking for a beautiful undercharge here, so I do 2 or 3 bubbles, and I get the perfect undercharge, but he swaps into Swampert. That's perfectly fine by me. I throw, he only throws a Hydro Cannon here. I know my Walrein very, very well. I've played it for a long time now. I know it lives that comfortably. I know he's 4-way because Swampert's moves for Hydro Cannon is 5-4, 5-4, 8-7, 8-7, 8-7 for Earthquake. I know he's still 2-way, so I fast swap in on my Swampert, throw a Hydro Cannon. He lets it go. I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to Mud Shot down, but this is still fine because I'm hoping I can come in Charizard and Wing Attack down before he makes a second Hydro Cannon. Actually, I do decide to come in more in here, and I think he must have been 1 away since I thrown after 1. Must not have thought Charizard could have done it in time. He comes in with his own Charizard. He has 2 shields against my 2-shielded Charizard, but he has up energy. This is disastrous. This is horrible here, folks. I'm thinking I need to land a bait, and I need to call his bait, so I look to very risky no-shield this Dragon Claw, because if he does Blast Burn, he can just 2-shield, Wing Attack through my Charizard. That's perfectly fine. I Dragon Claw. We get the bait. We build up even more. I'm thinking my only win con now is he fails to catch and I get off the double blast burn for the win. Let's see if he does. We farm up. He's not catching. I wait a turn. I fully farm him down. Can we make the double blast burn? No, it's a CMP tie. I'm thinking if the Charizard, I lose CMP. If the Charizard did another move, I lose. Let's see. We get off the blast burn. Obviously, he's going to shield this. For a moment there, I completely forgot I tapped on blast burn. Does the Charizard have a move? It does. And we lose a heartbreakingly close game. Very close by the one-wing attack. Even with waiting the turn, I still couldn't pull out a victory there. No worries. We're going into Swampert. Mirror match. I'm always going to lose this CMP2 because I have one attack. Oh, me. Okay, we throw the Hydro Cannon. I believe he overfarmed. I did not see. Let's see. Yes, he does overfarm because I was like, did my Swampert actually win CMP? What a coincidence. Yeah. As you see on the top left corner, the graphic is starting to move up for whatever reason. I'm sorry. Like I said before, I don't know why I did that, but I don't know. Next video, I'll get it figured out and ready to go. We CMP tie the Walrein, and my Walrein has one attack. I'm thinking, how in the world am I winning this either? I don't know. His Walrein is 2500 CP, and I noticed that tanks the Earthquake very, very well. I'm thinking his Walrein is rank 1. And this is the battler that I think all his mons are rank 1 because I believe we have the same team. And I think all of his CPs were the rank 1 CPs. And his, I believe my Swampert won CMP over his in the end game. I go for the next Earthquake. I believe that would have been on a CMP tie if he would have thrown the move for the Icicle Spear, but he did not throw it. He tries to farm me down. I make the last second Icicle Spear for the KO. Let's see if he shields. Of course, he's not going to shield. No one shields an Icicle Spear from a Walrein. I decide it's a little bit iffy because now the Swampert has a lot of energy. I'm not sure what to do. I come in my own Swampert, and I'm never used to winning CMP, so this was a blessing when I knew I won CMP. I'm hoping now if I commit a shield, that's smart. Don't commit a shield because I realize I'm not going to make the move. My Swampert actually lives the Hydro Cannon, so I swap out for a sack CMP later. He makes a move. I'm hoping, can we fully farm down before he doubles up again? Let's see. He throws another move. Can we fully farm down? This is going to be very close. He throws the first Hydro Cannon. We're hoping to fully farm down. I decide this is too risky. I'm just going to throw the double Dragon Claw. I undercharge, but it doesn't matter because it still kills. He has his own Charizard in the back. He's Shadow. I'm thinking my only win con now is hopefully landing a Blast Burn and wing attacking down. Looking at it now, I think triple Dragon Claw would have been the better play here if I was able to catch a move. But then again, it's hard to say now. He throws a Blast Burn. I end up living on 1 HP. I was hoping my Swampert had a move, but I already knew it didn't, and I knew the game was over, so that's GG's. Very heartbreaking game, very close game. We lead in a Shadow Drapion. Fantastic lead for my Shadow Swampert. Sorry, not Shadow Swampert. Look at the graphic. It's the wing attack's about to go off the screen. What is happening? Apologies. 2 crunches still don't even KO, even with the debuff. I know I can comfortably live one more and not get Poison Sting down, so I'm fine letting it go if he decides to throw one more. But he just lets his Drapion fully go. I'm thinking this is a little bit bad because now I've been debuffed and he comes in Tapu Fini. I decided to come in Walrein because as neutral as a matchup you think this might be, Walrein actually pretty comfortably takes it because we outpace to the Earthquakes, and he just leaves for whatever reason. I'm not sure why he leaves. To this day, I still don't know why he leaves, but hey, I can't complain. We go into another Shadow Drapion. We farm up. He's going to throw the Crunch. Then again, I'm looking to tank this Crunch, and that graphic is... What in the world, dude? Oh, good lord. Okay, well, we tank the first Crunch. Luckily, this time we don't get a defense fall. I'm thinking there's no way he lets it go, but sadly he does. So I've learned that all Drapions just always like to no-show in the lead, which is a little bit pain, but we decided to double up on Hydro Cannons. I could have waited a turn just to see if he would have caught on a potential Tapu Fini. And he comes in with a Tapu Fini, and I'm not going to be able to make the Earthquake, which is fine. I throw the Hydro Cannon just to put it not in Earthquake range, just to get the chip damage I might need to get it into the Icicle Spear range after the first Earthquake. I'm hoping my Charizard has play in the back here, and I decide to go for a very risky bait, which ends up being a CMP tide. I'm thinking, oh no. Tapu Fini baits me, which is horrible. It's 14 turns for the first Surf and 13 for the second 2. So 7 Powder Snows and then 6.5 for the next, and it's 10 Powder Snows always for the Moonblast. That is horrible for me. Yeah, so I end up farming up. I did let it go. Okay, so I still live it. So I full send the EQ. Does he shield? Thankfully, he lets it go, and I'm thinking, oh, my lord, my Charizard might be able to sweep in the back. We're going to throw the Icicle Spear. Let's see what he does. He ends up no-shielding. What's in the back? It's a Gliscor. Can we still pull it off? He's going to make the Night Slash, but he doesn't even throw. So I go to my Charizard for no reason at all, because he didn't even throw. I have to no-shield everything, but I know I comfortably taken 2 Night Slashes, and thank the Lord he did not get a boost. I'm thinking here, I might just want to double Dragon Claw, because if he shields this and fully farms... Actually, no, I should just Blast Burn. I don't know what I was thinking. Did I think I didn't have a shield for a second? I'm not too sure. But he lets it go anyways, and that's a GG's for the books. Leading into another Obstagoon lead. Again, me here fearful of the Jellicent, but I don't think I'm going to swap out this time because he has not shown me Obstruct. If the Obstagoon decides to Obstruct you on the lead, I would farm up to 100 or close to 100. Let it Obstruct you twice, and then swap into Charizard to bring out his Jellicent if he has one. Not all Obstagoons have Jellicent in the back, but that's completely fine. Night Slash is just straight 5s, like I mentioned before, but that's perfectly fine. We tanking both the Night Slashes. We're going to get to the double. We wait a turn just to make sure he doesn't try to catch on any Jellicents, because that has happened to me multiple times. I don't want to make the same mistake. I hate throwing a Hydro Cannon here because it's so low, but I decide it's fine. I'll take Switch Advantage here or Shield Advantage. This team does well against either one. He comes in Nidoqueen because he think my counters to Nidoqueen are gone. He comes in Florges. I come in Charizard. Very nice spice by the opponent. Every move on Florges he can throw at me is resisted. Doesn't matter if he has Disarming Voice, Moonblast, even Petal Blizzard. Throw whatever you want. It's resisted by Charizard. I full send the Blast Burn because I don't expect him to shield because he has 2 shields. Charizards love to bait. To my surprise, he does not shield, and then I realize I tried to throw the Dragon Claw, but for some reason, I don't know what I was doing. But no worries. Still fine. I think we still have this game. Nidoqueen's going to farm up. He throws right on... Oh, he farms me down. Oh, it might have been a different battle where he threw right before I got to the move. Perfectly fine by me. I swap into my Walrein. Even if this is Stone Edge does right over 60%, about 60%. 65% maybe. He throws an Earth Power. I'm fine. He does have Earth Power, and I'm a little bit worrisome that this could be a Stone Edge. But that's perfectly fine. He doesn't show me that he is Stone Edge. It's just Poison Fang, Earth Power, the typical moveset for Nidoqueen. I throw the first Ico Spear. He just lets it go and basically concedes. GG's to my opponent. Hopping into the next battle, we have Swampert mirror lead. Like I said before, my Swampert is very, very high ranked, so I don't expect to be winning any of these CMPs. So I overfarm. He just goes straight for the Hydro Cannon. One thing I've started doing now that I have not done in any of these battles is just overfarming to 3 and then going straight Earthquake, because they typically never shield the first Hydro Cannon, but, well, this one does. That's funny. This one does, and as you see here, I do lose CMP. That's very pain for me. I do believe I end up shielding just to get this Hydro Cannon off. I'm fine with that play. Swampert in the lead usually means Charizard is going to do pretty good in the back, but also got to be worrisome of the mirror team. I decide to catch the Hydro Cannon on my Walrein. If this is the mirror team, he might completely 5-head me and bring in his own Walrein, which would be 5-head. But he actually brings in a Sandslash, which is I'm thinking that's okay. That's fine with me. Hedra runs. I know I'm going to make an Earthquake before he makes any moves, so I'm over-farming for whatever reason. Really, I don't really need to be, but I guess that's fine. I throw the Earthquake. He shields, which is a little bit unfortunate, but he still has to throw a move or else I make another Earthquake, which is very good for my Walrein. He throws a move. I'm letting anything go. He throws a nice punch. It does kill me, which is a little bit upsetting, but it's perfectly fine by me. I have a short advantage, and I'm going to come in Charizard and load up on energy. Like I said before, this team works very well on shield and energy advantage. And whenever Charizard gets energy advantage, it is a force to be reckoned with. You do not want to mess with Charizard with energy advantage. My opponent makes a beautiful catch, swapping into Swampert on the CMP tie. Not CMP tie, sorry, on the catch, and he just catches a full Blast Burn on his Swampert. I really should not have let that happen. That was bad play by me. I should have waited a turn. I come in Swampert. I throw the Hydro Cannon for whatever reason. I should have built up more, but that's fine. He lets it go. I'm farming up. He loses track of my energy, tries to fully farm me down. I make the second Hydro Cannon. I don't need to charge it because it kills anyway, but he's a Swampert. I'm thinking, I have a shield. Is this still doable? I don't know. He throws the first Dragon Claw. He's throwing after 5. I know he's 4 away, so I think my only win con here is to throw 4 and hope that a Blast Burn kills. So I tried to do that. Blast Burn would almost kill from here, but as you're going to see here, well, I'm not going to spoil it. I'll leave it up to you. Does Blast Burn kill? No, it barely doesn't, and he makes a Dragon Claw to take it out. That catch was very beautiful by the opponent. I usually don't show much losses, but I wanted to put in that one because my opponent very, very well outplayed me, and I just got to give a round of applause to him for that. Swampert and Tapu Fini. I like seeing Tapu Fini on the lead because my Swampert is very, very, well, I don't want to say HP weighted, but it tanks water guns very, very well, unlike something like a Deoxys or a Registeel, which is primarily defense weighted and not very, very high stat distribution in HP. But that's perfectly fine with me. I go for a very risky bait. I get the first bait, and me being so greedy, I go for another bait, and it does not land, which is okay. They throw the first surf, they make another surf, and I'm thinking, this is perfectly fine. I'll just bring in my Walrein because it's basically an Earthquake range. Well, Earthquake plus Farm Down range. This is not Earthquake range yet. Earthquake does a little under 50%. Doesn't do right at 50%. It does a little under. I decided to fully overfarm because I realized they're going to make a move anyways, and I want to get as much energy as I possibly can. In this scenario, you'll see, I don't believe I undercharge this because I don't want to. Okay, no, I do undercharge it. Okay. I was going to say, I don't want to leave the Tapu Fini with any health because it's going to be a problem for my Charizard in the endgame if I do. But I guess that's another mistake I did that you can still adapt from. So he brings in Drapion. We're going to overfarm. He throws the first move. I'm thinking this could be Crunch, could be Aqua Tail. I shield. It's a Crunch, thankfully. I don't get baited. I go for the Earthquake. Typically, Drapion's throwing Aqua Tail in the Ultra League because the correct moveset, well, not correct, just the moveset I think is the best is obviously Crunch and Sludge Bomb. You see me make a very advanced play there. I don't throw any energy at all, making the Drapion waste its energy, and I fully farm him down with Charizard, making it to where even if the Tapu Fini comes down, I either fully farm it down or throw a Dragon Claw to kill it. I decide to fully farm it down, and the opponent leaves for a very good game. No wonder what he had in the back, but very good. So Swampert and Galvantula. Swampert wins every even shield scenario because I tank 2 lunges. They both do about 40, right at 40%. I believe it's 39%. That's perfectly fine with me. He comes in Cresselia. I answer with my Charizard. He does not have Future Sight, so I just straight Blast Burn because Charizard obviously wins every shielding scenario if the Cresselia is not running Future Sight. I don't remember exactly what it loses. I do believe it loses the ones. I know it loses the 2s. But I'm not sure about the 0s and 1s with Future Sight Cresselia. That's perfectly fine with me. Cresselia dies. He brings back in the Galvantula. I'm hoping, can we make the Blast Burn? We barely make it, but we overfarm 1 because Volt Switch is a 4-turn fast move, while Wing Attack is a 2-turn fast move, so maximizing my energy as much as possible there. The Galvantula throws a lunge. I'm hoping he swaps out because I want to clear my debuff, but the opponent very well just stays in and throws another lunge, which I kind of like because I can't really swap out here. If he read the team, he knows that he might just stay in here, so I forced to not swap out. But he swaps into Jellicent. I immediately come in with my Walrein here. Things might get a bit tricky in the end game, but overall, I think we're sitting pretty fine. He throws the first Shadow Ball. Usually I've seen a lot of Jellicents, weirdly enough, surf bait at that range. So when I'm at full health and 2 shields, a lot of them are surf baited. So I decided to just let it go and throw the EQ. Again, I could have shielded, but I was too worried of a surf bait. This is most definitely a surf bait, but the Jellicent full sends the Shadow Ball. That's very good for me, as the Jellicent wastes energy that it could have just not wasted, but that's fine with me. He throws the surf. I shield. He did not. I believe he put up to the Shadow Ball. I just don't want to no-shield a Shadow Ball because I basically lose. I throw the Earthquake. He shields. He comes back in with Galvantula. This could be a mistake, but I believe Hydro Cannon does just enough to kill it here. Yes, it does. Perfect. And then I make the Earthquake to kill the Jellicent for a very, very good game. GG's opponent. And that's the very end of the video. Thank you for stopping by. And this team, like I said before, man, it really just strives with switch advantage and shield advantage, and whenever Swampert or Charizard gets energy, it's just so powerful. And hope you had a good day, and peace. I'll see you in the next one.